Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Jumpin here, and this is going to be episode 1 of You Pick the Gun, and I will use it and tell you what I think about it. I don't think that's what I'm going to call it, but, I really don't know what I'm going to name this series yet, so that's pretty much what I'll give you. But for the very first episode, I'm going to be using the ARC pistol, which, enough of you guys recommended it, so I definitely decided to do this one first. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the mods I'm using. The first mod I'm using is going to be extended mags, and the second mod I'm using is going to be extended barrel. Basically, more ammo in the gun and more damage. Now I'm going to be using a human engineer, and because it's a human engineer, I haven't showed you that my build for him yet, so let me go ahead and tell you about him. The first power and the best power that he gets is going to be overload. And the very first level of overload that you want to go for is going to be chain overload. It's amazing. It stuns 2 enemies. Next up is going to be recharge speed, mainly because you really want to spam this power as fast as possible. And then the third and final one is going to be shield damage, because that's really going to help with taking any big enemy shields down quickly, and any smaller enemy should lose their shields one hit from this. So that's why shield damage is really, really good. Alright, the next one is going to be pretty much alliance training, which is kind of obvious, guys. At least I hope. It's power damage, power damage, power damage. Damage and capacity for the first one, and then power damage for the second one. Any character that uses powers like engineers, adapts, anything like that, always go for power damage, and that's pretty much it. Now for your fitness, all shields. And that's kind of obvious too. He's kind of a weakling, so it will help to get all the shields. And now for Incinerate, one thing I wanted to say is that, Incinerate can get to 6. I will get this to 6, but only at like level 19, which I'm only 18 right now. But I'll go ahead and tell you what you would want to get for Incinerate. The first one is going to be damage, just to increase the damage of it, obviously. And then the next one would be, really it's up to you for the fifth one. I like burning damage because of its DPS, but it's really what you prefer. Like, burning damage doesn't do that much damage, but it does help. And then finally, armor damage. Now, armor damage is very important, very crucial, because all the big enemies in this game, all the boss level enemies, have armor for the most part. So, that's something to keep in mind, and it's amazing. Now, one thing I wanted to say is I do not like the combat drone. I, in fact, kind of hate it. So I only get this up to rank 3. But, obviously I know a lot of people like the combat drone. So, leave a comment. Let me know about what you think about the combat drone. And maybe I'll think about trying it out. I really haven't even tried it too much because when I did, I hated it. Now let me go ahead and recommend the equipment. Equipment-wise, I'm going to put armor piercing on because, if you don't have armor piercing on your gun with a mod, you should probably put it on, your ammo. Pistol, rail amp, kind of obvious. And then I think I'm going to go for power damage bonus. Guardians and stuff can be really annoying in this game. So having the amp or whatever is awesome. Alright, so this is going to be the gameplay. First thing I wanted to bring up is I'm going to be playing with one of my best friends, and, I played with him in the demo a lot. You guys didn't get to see the demo because I didn't record it, but, he's a really, really good player, and probably you will see him in future videos for sure. His name's FarMB. But in this video, he's going to be only level 1. I mean, he literally just got the game as I recorded this. This is his very first game online. Like I said, he's a really good player, but you just gotta remember, guys, he's a level 1 Vanguard. But for the most part, he does pretty good in this game. And I'm also gonna be playing with Standby. Definitely, another one of my best friends on Xbox. Awesome. Now right here, right away, you might notice that, wow, this gun freaking molests the hell out of these assault troopers, which it does. Now, they are assault troopers, but, it really, really does some serious damage against weaker enemies. And its rate of fire is just unbelievable. Now, let me actually go ahead and tell you this, because the very first time I used this gun, I really hated it. Now, I know this is only episode 1 of the gun series, but, like, I do have to say, I'm already kind of liking it, just because of my experience with this gun prior to, you guys recommending it for me. Like, I got it, I think, at level 1, I put it on, I tried it, and I was like, man, this gun freaking sucks. This gun is terrible. Like, and I hated it. And then, you guys recommended this gun, or the bigger majority of you guys recommended this gun, and I was kind of like, oh man, I'm gonna have to use that gun. That gun sucks. So, but I did use it, and honestly, after using it, I really like it now. I think it's a pretty good gun. Like, it's really fun to use, and it's overall not that bad. It's not as bad as I originally thought. And that's kind of how a lot of the guns work in this game, guys. Like, you might use them once, and you don't like it, and the reason why you probably didn't like it was because you weren't using it right. And the right way to use this gun is the way I'm using it, which is not charging it up, honestly. Like, the charge up is okay, but you don't really need to charge it up. As you can tell, this thing shoots really fast, and it does a decent amount of damage. So, just being able to shoot them is just shooting them normal. It takes them down very quickly. So I think it's way more effective than charging up. I mean, when you think about it, all the charge up guns are basically
I don't know. I don't like it because I don't like the charging for that one aspect. It's hard to move around and stuff. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the stats in this gun. I'm sure everybody's a little interested in what I think about them. Alright, now the first thing is this gun has a really high damage for its stat, at least. But the damage is kind of not true. Like, the way it works is this: for all the charge-up guns, that stat is never true, because it only gives you the stat, like the stat for the gun when it's fully charged. Like, that's the thing. Like, the damage is for when it's fully charged. And honestly, guys, like, if you, like I said, you shouldn't probably charge these up, so that really will not matter. Like, that really is kind of a lie. But but overall, it still has really good damage. And now that also will bring me up to my next stat, which is going to be the fire rate. The fire rate is what gives it its damage. Like, being able to shoot this gun as fast as you can is what makes it good. Here's the thing, though, is that this gun reminds me a lot of the Predator. It's like, the way you can think of it is that it's a stronger Predator that shoots like lasers, I guess. Like, it's kind of like a Star Wars gun or something. Like, that's kind of a funny thing, a way of thinking about it too, because it is kind of like a super duper laser gun. But yeah, guys, like I said, like, the fire rate is amazing, and it does remind me of the Predator. And the Predator, by the way, is a very underrated gun. The Predator is not a bad gun. Like, you can really do some serious damage with that gun if you wanted to. But there's just so many other handguns out there that are way better, and in a lot of ways, this gun is better. But there is one particular stat that is not so great on this gun, but I'll get to that. And the next stat that I'm going to talk about is going to be its capacity. Its capacity is pretty good, honestly. Like, with extended mags, you get 32 bullets per clip, and without extended mags, you get 18 bullets per clip. But I do highly recommend, I really, really highly recommend the extended mags. And it's just, the reason why is this is because, being able to just constantly lay down fire on the enemies, like I am, like, you'll be able to kill them a lot faster, because you're not reloading as much, you're not, you're able to just continuously shoot, and because of that, like I said, you'll kill the enemies faster. And that's actually one of the secrets to this game. I can give you a tip right now. Like, that's a secret. The faster you can kill your enemies, the more successful you'll be at this game. I mean, you will go down a lot less, you will finish the mission very quickly, and you will not get your kills stolen as much. And like I said, it comes down to being able to finish your kills quickly. And that's why the extended mags, I mean, like right here, like I can just pretty much continuously shoot for days. And like make sure that, if someone was coming up behind me to steal my kill, I'm already got them dead.
kind of how it works. Now the last stat I'm going to talk about is the one stat that really downgrades this gun. I mean, this gun would be definitely one of the best in the game if it wasn't for this stat, which is its weight. Now, this is a gold level gun, so it's not that easy to get. And now you gotta remember, for all these things, for all this gameplay, this gun is at level 10. So you gotta keep that in mind, and I'm sure a lot of people do not have this gun level 10 like I do. But like the weight on this gun at level 10 is not so bad, honestly. Like, I think I have 170% recharge speed with just this gun. And, I could probably, and as you can tell, I can be very successful with just this gun. I don't really need another gun. But the thing is this, though, is that, at level 1, this thing's weight is ridiculous. And it takes a long time to get to 10. Now, this is actually, let me go ahead and get off this. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. Like, how fast we're able to take out this Atlas. This is a combined, a combined force of this pistol with armor piercing and just the Crusader shotgun, which is actually another really good gun. Now, I've heard a lot of people say they hate the Crusader, but my friend Standby here is actually really good with it, and like, he knows how to use it the right way. And that's the thing, guys. Like I said earlier, like anything in this game, every gun that you might not like probably is good for the most part. There are some guns that are totally trash, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, a lot of the guns are really good. It's just that, you might not know how to play with them. Not saying that you're bad if you don't. It's just, you just don't know how to play with them. It's just that simple. I mean, everybody has that happen to them. But yeah, let me continue talking about this gun, though. Like, that's the killer of the gun, though, is its weight. Like I said, if this gun was easier to come by, like if it wasn't a gold, I don't think it'd be too big of an issue. But the fact that it's a gold, I mean, once it gets to level 10, it is a really good gun, like, as you can tell. But, before it's at 10, I really don't think that it would, the weight is just really ridiculous, guys. It really is. And that really what kills the gun in a lot of ways. And it's kind of a shame. Hopefully, an update, they might lower the weight on this gun just a tad. Because, it would definitely make it a lot better for everyone who doesn't have it at 10. Alright, so let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about the characters I recommend for this gun. Just, in general, like what characters are really good with the gun and what characters are not so good. Well, I won't tell you the ones that are not so good. I'll just tell you the ones that are good. Alright, now, as you can tell, like, the engineer is really, really awesome with this gun. Any engineer in general. Mainly the Solarian or the human are great with this gun. But that really comes from the ability to, like, be able to, like, stun them with the overload, take the shield down with the overload. It helps. Like, it really does. Like, this gun can kill them. Like, it can really do some damage to health very quickly. And being able to take their shields down with either energy drain or overload, and then being also able to stun them, and that really does help. And the stunning is important too, because another thing about this gun that really matters is shoot them in the head. I think, if you've been paying attention to the gameplay, I've been pretty much just getting headshots the majority, or at least aiming for the head almost every time I'm shooting at these enemies, because, this gun, like I said, it comes down to killing your enemies as quickly as possible, and this gun's really accurate, and it's really easy to hit them in the head, and if you hit them in the head, you do so much more damage, and that's pretty obvious. I mean, everybody knows that all the guns are better if you can get headshots, but this is one of the ones that is pretty easy to get headshots with, so, it's just something to remember. And, that's another great thing about the stun aspect of the engineers. Another good one would be the Turian, just because of the same reason. Like, the Turian Sentinel, he gets overload. He can stun him, he can shoot him, and, mess him up real quickly. And then the final one, and honestly the best one, which is kind of funny, but is actually the Solarian Infiltrator. I really do believe the Solarian Infiltrator would do the best with this gun. Now, I did not want to use that character for this gameplay, because I do think the Human Engineer is probably the second best overall, or just the Solarian Engineer would be really good too. But I didn't want to use the Solarian because, I've been using him in the last couple gameplays, and I don't want any of these gameplays to get, like, kind of stale. You know what I mean? I don't want you guys to be like, oh, this guy only plays with a Solarian. Because, but here's the thing, is that the Solarian Infiltrator is hands down the best character in the game. In my opinion, there is no question about that. And everything works well on him. But there is a couple things that make this gun especially good on him. The first thing, like I said, is the energy drain. Is they're able to take the shields down, the ability to stun. That's great. But the other thing is that it's actually like kind of a glitch, or I guess it is a glitch. It's like a charge gun glitch that you can do with infiltrators. Now, if you guys have ever used any charge gun on an infiltrator, there is one thing that you might have noticed is that if you cloak and then charge up the gun, you actually become visible as you're charging. So it makes it makes like the charge kind of useless because you don't want to become visible as an infiltrator. It's just that simple. But there is actually a way to counteract that. It's just doing the opposite. Instead of cloaking and then charging, you want to charge the gun first, then cloak. And when you do that, for some reason, it's kind of crazy, but obviously when you do that, you can get in close and shoot them, or line up the shot and hit them with the charge shot. But what happens is that when you actually do that, you're able to shoot and you will not turn visible, which is like crazy. You're able to shoot again, basically twice. I know it can be a little confusing, but for the most part, like I said, the main thing is that you cloak and you basically you get to shoot and not get and not become visible. Like that's the main thing. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like it's something you guys can try out if you want with any charge gun. Any of the charge guns, you can try it out and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's pretty broken. So that right there, to me, definitely, that's definitely the reason why the Solarian Infiltrator would definitely do the best with this gun. But honestly, like I said, the charge guns, I do not think charging them up is a good idea. And especially this one. Like, this one is just really, really fun just to shoot them, just shoot them in the face really quickly and just mow them down. That's the main thing that I like about this gun. Now let me go ahead and, I did want to bring something up in this video, which is, pretty much, I really want you guys, please, leave a comment and let me know, obviously this is episode 1 of the guns that you choose and I play with, but, for the next episode I have to have another gun, so, for this episode, please, leave a comment, let me know, what you want to see, and, my YouTube isn't the biggest in the world. It's not I'm not a machinima director or anything like that. So, obviously I'm not gonna get a million comments. And because of that, what I would really like you guys to do, let's say you're not really planning on commenting on the video, but you do want to see a certain gun, and someone has already said it. So we're like, oh, I want to see the Widow sniper rifle or something like that. What you guys can do is, if you see that, you're like, okay, I want to see that, just give the guy a thumbs up. If the comment gets enough likes, I will notice, and I will be like, okay, enough people want me to see it. I'm gonna try to make these come out once a week, probably, the guns that you guys pick and have me use. I will definitely go ahead and have this series comes out, it'd be a once a week thing, but I will continuously upload as well. I really have been enjoying doing what I've been doing because it's been, for one, really fun, and I'm really enjoying the support that you guys are giving me. To be honest, I do all of this for you guys. Everything I ever done on YouTube was for people who wanted help. If you are a supporter of mine or if you're a fan, whatever you want to call yourself, I do it for you. That's basically what I'm saying here, and I really do like, the support, and I really do like the, just to me at least, I've always been a person who, if I can help somebody in anything, especially in gaming, because gaming's easy, come on, it's fun, it's easy, just take a chill pill. If I can help somebody, it makes me feel good, when someone sends me a message and says, man, I've watched your videos and it really helps me out, they're really entertaining, they're really fun to watch, and yeah, you give out some good tips. That makes me feel good, honestly. And that's the reason why I do it. So, and wow, this gun is really molesting the crap out of me. It's really doing pretty good right now. But yeah, so that's the main thing. So I said, so please leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see for the next episode, and I will definitely try to do it. Now let me go ahead and just start to give you my overall gun rating of this gun, because at the end of all these episodes, I'm going to pretty much tell you what I think. Because some of the episodes, you know, there's going to be bad guns. They will be. And if it's bad, I will probably I will let you know how shitty it is. But, you know, with this gun, it's not like that. Like, this gun is definitely a really good gun. Like, it's not the best pistol in the game. It's not the best gun in the game. But it definitely has its moments where it's like, whoa, man, this thing is not that bad. You know, and that's one thing I wanted, you know, to bring up is that, the way I see it is this, is that it's more of a above average kind of gun. Because it's not the best, and because it's not, you know, like, the most amazing gun in the game, it's still really good. I mean, it's a lot of fun to play with, you know, you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. So because of all those aspects, I really think that this gun is, you know, just above average mainly. If you wanted like a number rating, I would probably give it a 7, pretty much a close 8 out of 10. You know, and that's on the standards of like the best. Like, if the best gun in the game is 10, then I would give this gun like a 7, almost 8. So just think of it like that. And, you know, so overall, like, you know, it's really good. Like I said, you know, the main thing you want to do with this gun is to pretty much try to play with it like I am, in a way where I'm just kind of like spamming the shot, stunning them with a power, and aiming for the head. Like, one of the things that this gun does kind of require is decent accuracy, which, you know, I know everybody doesn't have decent accuracy, but, you know, the beautiful thing about this game is this game does reward you for, you know, well, it doesn't reward you, but it does let the average player play, and even if you can't like aim as good as other people, like, you can still do pretty well as long as you can use your powers and you can play smart, and, you know, you can stun it. I mean, you stun an enemy, like, it's a lot easier to shoot them. So that's the main thing. And I'm in a really bad spot here. Like, this is a really terrible spot to be in, to have a phantom on you. I hate this part of this map, but I really do like this map. Like, this is the map that I also hated, and now I'm really starting to like. And, you know, one thing I wanted to bring up too, guys, like, you know, right there you just see me use 2 meta gels and I think an op survival pack, and, you know, it's wave 9, I'm wave 10, and I've been using my rockets and stuff. Once it hits wave 10, maybe even wave 9, but mainly wave 10 and 11, that's the time where you should use your equipment if you're going to use it. I mean, you don't have to use it, but if you're going to use equipment, use it at that point. Because I can't tell you how many times I've been playing, you know, I'll play with randoms or something, and what will happen is that they'll use their rockets, they'll use their metagel so early in the game, and then later on, you know, in wave 10, everybody goes down and they can't get themselves up, you know, and that's something you want to avoid. Like I said, what you want to do is just use, these are the waves. The last 2 waves are definitely the waves. If you want to run around and use up all your rockets, yeah, do it in wave 11. Why not? In wave 10. And I will be actually using all my rockets. And like I said, well, the main reason why I'm using, I don't normally like to use up on my rockets, because there was a period where, like, literally I had like 8 rockets and that was it, and it was really stupid and really hard to come by, you know. But with the jumbo equipment pack, which I've really been loving, you know, I've been able to pretty much get most of my equipment back, because I've just been buying those. But, you know, like right here, I decided to go ahead and use up my rockets because, you know, like I said, Envy is a level 1, and I want to make sure I can get him as much experience as possible to help him rank up, and, you know, rank myself up as well. You know, why not? You know, but yeah, you know, and also, guys, you know, I did want to bring this up too, is before the video's over, is that, you know, this weekend challenge is going to be to promote characters, so I hope all you guys will definitely go out and promote as many characters as you can. You know, I will say right now, though, I think no matter what, we should be able to do it, because, I mean, if 2 people, I mean, the individual challenge is to promote 2 characters. That means only 75,000 people need to do that, and there's, you know, there's a couple million who play this game, at least. So, you know, it's definitely an awesome thing. You know, but overall, you know, like I said, you know, I've been really enjoying doing these videos and stuff, guys, and I really love the support I'm getting, and I really want to thank you guys for that. And if you can't tell, this will be the end of the video. You know, the arc pistol, really cool gun, so I hope you enjoy this. And this is going to be Cutting it close, and I have to go clutch, gotta go clutch. Oh, back dive for the full extraction. Yeah, but that's gonna be pretty much it, guys. So please, comment about what gun you want to see, all that good stuff. Please like. It's they really will help me, and I really like the support I'm getting. And subscribe if you want to see Mass Effect stuff, because I will be putting it out there. But